get into some fancy stuff in here. So the next dance they're going to do is with this thing called a broom. This is something my ex-wife left me when she left the house and took off on me. She left her broom. She took everything else. And I feel sorry for her because when she went to bingo, she didn't have nothing to ride on when she went to bingo after that. So we started using it for a dance. And this dance here that we're going to do for you is actually a dance that was created many, many years ago. And this dance was kept in a family. Only certain families did this one because it was a family dance. And the only time they would do it is at a gathering, and they wouldn't teach anybody else how to do it. They just do it themselves. And this group was created back in 1985 by my mother, Georgina. And my mother had a good relationship with a lot of the families back then. And she asked them if we could learn these dances to keep them going in the community, because a lot of their family, younger family members, were not keeping up the culture. So we wanted to make sure these dances stayed in place. So when these kids do this dance, when they start off, they'll dance along with the broom, and they'll pretend that they know how to sweep. They don't clean up at home, but they'll pretend how to sweep. And then when the music changes, they'll put the broom between their legs, and when it goes between their legs, they'll do the infinity sign. And the infinity sign is a part of our Métis heritage. It's our flag. It means two things. It means Métis forever, and it means the mixing of two bloods, the mixing of two cultures, and that's what we are. Our first bloodlines come from our First Nation side, and for us, we're Cree. And the second part comes from our European side. And my dad was Scottish, and my mother was French. So we carry that part of our culture. And so the first part of this dance is that component of the broom dance. The second part is we lay the broom down on the ground, and the kids will dance around the broom. And then when the music changes, they'll come back here, and when the music changes, they'll do crossovers across the broom. And what this part is it was taught to us by an elder in Prince George, BC, who was a Scottish Métis, and it was in his family for 4 generations, and he had nobody to pass it down to, so he asked my oldest son, Brent, if he could learn the dance. And what it means is back in the 1600s, when the Scots used to go to battle and go to war, they had these big swords and they had shields. And after a battle and after a victory, they'd have a big celebration and lots to drink. And then they'd get those guys on the bagpipes to start playing, and they'd lay their swords down on the ground like this, and they would dance around the swords, and then they would come over and they'd do shuffles on both sides of the sword. And as many shuffles as they did over each side of the sword meant how many people they killed in battle. So it's their bragging rights. And we're going to do another Scottish part of this later on, and we'll give you the story about that one. But the Scots are real big braggers. So that's the second part of it. And you'll see the dancers also do this one here. And this one was an Irish broom dance. And what they do is they sweep again with the broom. And then when the music changes, they'll put it between their legs. And then they'll do shuffles over both sides. And that's the Irish way of doing this one here. So there's 3 different styles, and we're going to show them to you, and we're the Edmonton Métis dancers. So here we go. Hello, there we go. This young lady here just celebrated her birthday yesterday. She's 16 years old. Her name is Nia Donald. And they had fireworks for her last night for a celebration. So here we go with the broom dance. If you want to clap along with the music. This is her big brother here, Style.
Wow. That guy's got talent.
All right. Now we're going to feature these 2 boys here in a dance that isn't a Métis dance, but when we